Copywriting gurus scammed you. Not only you, me too. Well, not only us, virtually any kind of copywriter that had to start somewhere. Usually, like most of the time, he or she probably got scammed, and that's okay. It happens. The thing is that you need to become aware of like who are these people that not necessarily scam you, but their information, the thing that they sell, is not as valuable as other things out there. Now, first of all, let's make one thing clear. It's really natural for anything, like whether that's copywriting or marketing or like any other type of business, that there are people there who sell some stuff that are outdated, not useful, and all that shit. So, let me give you a little backstory. I started from a very well-known mastermind, which was called back then the Hastings University. You probably know it. It's Andrew Tate's course, and not gonna talk shit about it at all. Actually, it was pretty good for like beginners, like people that don't know shit about copywriting. It was the perfect like mastermind back then, when it was only like around like 60 or 80,000 people. Now it's like flooded with like 350,000 people. Here's the issue though. Even though it was good for copywriters, it destroyed the copywriting market, because literally everyone that wanted to get into online business but didn't have any money to invest in the business, they got into copywriting because it was, well, you just do work for free, and once you get paid, you know that you haven't spent anything on ads, on like whatever else, or inventory, or like you just don't spend any money. So it's like an easy solution. The problem is that when 300,000 people from just one mastermind are doing the same exact thing as everyone else, you can't get any result. And that's not only an issue that happens with Andrew Tate's course. That's an issue from like literally most masterminds. They give you a template for outreach, let's say, that worked once, or like worked like for 2 or 3 months, right? 10 people had access to it, they got results, all good. In their minds, they're like, okay, it's proven to work, right? So I'm just gonna give them something that I've gotten results with, so they can get results too. Now, okay, yeah, that's smart, but at the same time, when you're doing like outreach, you're like, out of the 300,000 people, or like, let's round it up to 500,000 like freelance copywriters who are doing outreach in the world, will probably have some of the same templates and will probably reach out to the same type of people, right? In fact, because I've seen it happen with many people I know and with me, most of the times the templates you're going to use are going to be on the same people. But let's just say now like only a small amount of like that end up on the same people, all right? It's gonna fucking kill the market, because like a business owner is gonna look at the same template just with the different words, but they understand that it's the same template 10 times a day. Now obviously they're not gonna respond to any of those people, because they understand that this is a template, and that the guy who created this message doesn't care about the business, hasn't done any research, and probably if they use the template to send them an email, they don't know anything about copywriting, so they're not gonna respond to you. So here's the thing. There's 2 reasons why that happens. First of all, the people that teach you, like give you those templates, gave you those templates because they worked in the past. They are outdated, which means those people are not doing outreach anymore, which means they don't know what works now. Copywriting, marketing, and any type of freelance business is a dynamic market. It always changes, which means an outreach template that may work this month will not work the next month. That's just because like awareness levels like change. People become more aware of sales processes, of like what you're saying, of like what you're offering. So that's the reason why you constantly need to change your message, and always like make sure that you're not doing the same thing all the fucking time. Like if you like ask like the biggest agencies and the biggest freelance copywriters who make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, when doing outreach, they'll tell you, I don't use the same outreach methods, because it doesn't always work. So don't follow outreach templates, right? What I always obviously, like in the beginning, I did the same thing for a lot of months until I realized that, like I just have to take the structure of an outreach template that works and do a variation on my own without following the template, just following, like understanding the framework behind a specific template and then applying it into my own and basically making something unique. So that's a first thing that's missing from most copywriters. Unique. Like they're not unique. They're not authentic. They're just using other people's stuff, and people know that because, as I said, like 500,000 people will probably reach out to the same exact people, and those people are not gonna respond to any of those dudes because they're gonna be using the same template. Say they know you don't know shit. Okay, but of course it's not your fault because people like gurus, copywriting gurus told you, oh, like fucking like you're gonna DM people with this like script, or you're gonna like email them with this outreach message, and out of like 500 people, one is gonna respond. Yeah, but they fucking don't, And even if they do respond, they're probably gonna be the people that don't get outreach to, which means they are the type of people that are fucking horrible to work with, So please like understand that you can't get a template and expect to see results from it, because even if 5 people are using that template, it will probably get like oversaturated fast because copywriters do volume, So yeah, it's just like it isn't sustainable. What you should do instead though, one of my mentors used to say, all credit goes to him, obviously. I'm not going to name his name because I don't know if he wants to. It's like a formula he made up, which is called use your brain formula, right? It's pretty fucking simple. It is like, you can understand from the title, use your brain. So like learn how to think. Like you have a problem, like you see an outreach template, let's say, that works, okay? That has worked in the past and it has a good framework. Take that framework, apply it to another outreach message with another offer, and just don't copy it, right? When you do copywriting for a client, you make sure that you give, like let's say you're writing daily emails, right? You always try to have fresh new things, like unique, authentic emails, And most of the times with copywriting, it's not what you say, it's what you mean, right? So you need to do the same exact thing with your outreach message. If you copy and paste it, it's not gonna work, because it's not your own voice. So just understand what the meaning behind the message that you're seeing is, and then take that message, that framework, that idea, and make it with your own voice. That's how you become unique, and that's how you stand out from the millions probably out there, So yeah, and again, if you're a beginner, or if you've been doing this for months and you're still like following templates, it is your fault. But at the same time, like the people that are telling you to follow these templates, they're just like not doing it anymore, and that's why they tell you to just like use like the templates, And that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. Like the second reason why I believe like most copywriting like gurus are scammers in a way. They're not actually scammers, some of them, but some like they're just like not that valuable. Is the fact that most of their money was made from selling you a fucking course, So like think about it. There is this person who, I don't know him, so I'm not gonna say he's fucking bad or whatever, but he has painted this picture around copywriting on Instagram. His name is Cardinal Mason. He's a pretty fucking big dude on Instagram, alright? He knows how to go viral. But the thing is that he portrays a picture about copywriting, and specifically email copywriting, that isn't true anymore, right? He has like a lot of videos where you can go and see like, yeah, he wrote like one email and like he has a client paying him like $2,000 for one email a week. Yeah, okay, that might exist, but at the same time, like I'm in the market and I'm doing it, not just me, thousands of other people that I know who can't and know that shit doesn't exist. It might exist, but it might exist for like the 0.001% of people who are fucking lucky to see the fact that, to find a business that was willing to pay that much, and that business is rare to find because they probably have everything set up in place. And when you're just starting out, you're not going to find that type of business, right? So at the very least, if you are like gonna make 2K a month with emails, you're gonna be writing 1 email a day and doing automations and all that shit, because that's the reality of the copywriting space right now, right? So they sell you on that shit. They tell you like, oh, like, fuck me, bro. Like I'm writing like 1 email a day and I'm making like $15,000 from each client. You know, that's unrealistic. There might be, and I know some people that have that such kind of success with just emails with one client, but it eventually will die off, because emails is not the main thing that holds a business together. All right, it's just like an outside factor that business owners don't want to deal with and outsource it. You know, that doesn't move the needle in the business. And when the business comes to realize that, like at the start of the year, like we need to cut some expenses, they realize, why the fuck am I paying $10,000 and making, let's say, 60,000 back when I could just like reuse the emails, you know? Like if I have a copywriter that's been writing me like 6 months worth of emails, why don't I just reuse them and be done with him? Like not pay him. Like I would save 60,000 if I had to pay him 10K a month, you know? And that's not just like an assumption. That has happened to a lot of people I know. And it has probably happened to the people that they tell you that they make the type of money. And I'm not saying it doesn't, but most of the time, like these gurus are making most of their money from selling you this shit. Now, of course, there are a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, a few like genuine people who will be doing what they're teaching, which is like very rare. Like you will find a mentor or a coach or whatever that will know, like he will teach you what works now, but he will teach you what works now because she's also doing it, or she is also doing it, you know? That's very important. As I said in the beginning of this video, copywriting is a dynamic market, which means that it constantly changes. And if they are aware of it, because they're going to be ahead of you, of course, since they're going to be a mentor or a coach, they're going to tell you about it. And that's the kind of mentor you should be looking out for. Not someone that sells you on this dream of like, oh, like I'm fucking living the life as a copywriter. No fucking copywriter, like just being a copywriter, owns Lambos or lives in fucking like the sickest villas, you know. No, they are making that money because they made money with copywriting, and they were like, fuck that, I don't want to do that anymore, and I'll just sell a course, you know, and they won't be doing it anymore. And eventually it might be good for a year and they might get results for the students, but after a year, since they're not doing it anymore and they don't know what the changes that happen and they're not in it, they're not going to change, you know. Like they're not going to get results for their students. So be careful. Honestly, I'm not saying this to like in the future tell you like, oh, like I'm doing it, like buy my shit. No, I'm saying it because there's actually genuinely, and a lot of people you know, and probably it happened to you, that have been burned by a lot of these people. You know, if you need to pay $6,000 up front to learn copywriting, no, you know, like there's a lot of free resources out there that can get you started. Of course, I'm not a fan of the free resources because if it was free, everyone would use it and become like, and would make like 5K or 10K a month copywriting, but no one is doing that. So yeah, you need to get to pay to make money. Like it's basically it's like trade, you know. It's like from the dawn of time, you need to pay to make money, you know. Like you need to pay something in order to get something back. There's no like savior that's gonna come and tell you like, oh, take all of it away for free, you know. No. So yeah, just understand that a lot of people that tell you to just like buy their course or like their program, you need to do your research and to just make sure that they have a proven track record that's recent and that they're working with clients. Hope this was the longest video of my channel so far. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If anyone has watched up until this point, please leave a like and subscribe. I generally like try to get my videos to be recommended by YouTube, so at least 200 people can see like every video, so like I can help more people to just understand like what is the current state of copywriting, you know. So yeah, I hope this helps someone, and have a good one. Bye bye.